Yeah, it'll make sense in a minute. But for now, let's get it.
NFC East meeting, divisional round. What are you laughing for, Giants? I just wanted to feel included. How does it feel, Cowboys, knowing one of us will be playing in the Super Bowl? Whatever could go wrong this season did go wrong. Now you're the last team to go to an NFC Championship game. And either Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn will be in the Super Bowl this year. That's gotta be rough, Cowboys. It is. It'll definitely be Kellen Moore. You can have him after we win this Super Bowl, by the way. Especially since Ben Johnson just signed with the Bears. You didn't even get a chance to interview him. Poverty franchise. Okay, Mo. I wouldn't be so sure about you guys getting past us. You had a nice run, commies, but it ends here. Listen, Slim, you might have a good defense, but you can't stop Jaden Daniels. You need to be worried about Jalen Hurts. Oh, we are. Who are you going to be rooting for in the NFC Conference Championship game, Cowboys? He forgot what that is. You're going to have to remind him. Oh, okay. Well, after the divisional round, the two teams that win move on to what's called the Conference Championship. I know what a Conference Championship game is, Giants. You sure about that? Not sure about anything these days. Hey, you guys are interviewing Brian Schottenheimer today. How do you feel about that, Cowboys? That should be a great hire, right? Lord, what did I do? What sin did I commit? Keep laughing, commies, and we're gonna interview Cliff Kingsbury. You better not. Oh, this is hilarious. I love my life. I don't. You told me last year we'd be playing the Eagles for a chance to go to the Super Bowl? I wouldn't have believed you. Me neither. Anything is possible, commies. We beat the Patriots twice with Tom Brady. This might be the worst year of my life. Good. I think I'm gonna root for the commies. Hey. I never liked you anyways, Giants. You see, it's that attitude right there why I'm rooting for the commies. You're so disrespectful, Eagles. Just rude. Counterpoint? You're soft. We'll see who's soft after you lose next week. I believe, baby. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Only thing either of you will be getting is an L. You still have the same one that I gave you, Cowboys? No. I'm gonna need that back. It lights up, by the way. Are we sure we need to have a meeting next week? I don't think it's really all that necessary. If I have to be here, you have to be here, Cowboys. Oh my gosh. Plus, we can make fun of the Eagles when they lose next week. I've been waiting for that for weeks. I'm gonna laugh so hard when you guys are watching us play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. No one wants to see that. Different outcome this time, though. We're gonna shock the world. Just watch. Okay, bro. Cowboys, who would you actually root for if we did play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again? The Meteor. Same. I'm not watching if that happen. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Meeting adjourned. Let the hate flow through you. I'm a grown man.
You know what? No. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You're talking to the Rolex. Diamond ring. Hit dealer. Wheeler dealer. Limousine ride.
Bottles and bitches, believe me back in business. The shit I be smoking is highly recommended. This all of my niggas pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here in the fight.
I've been around the mission
to knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
Inexcusable. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another
Your
game.
balls are made of pussy.
Let me tell you something. Me and you, one-on-one, no one else around. I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
And if you don't, you are going to get your fucking head kicked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Yeah, what's goody? Flow state, I'm at home writing rhymes in my hoodie. Yeah, fully. In the game, I ain't really trying to play with you rookies. Like I don't need no one. Solo in this bitch, I've been moving at light speed. It's a shame everybody in the game wanna hate, but there ain't nobody like me. Hey, cause I'm a hooligan shooting and never rooted in independence, defending, offending anyone who is in the vicinity. Enemies are plenty, I'm set and ready. And me and take us the equivalent to a Jason and Freddy. Gently on the mic, I'm going to get another one and put in the zeitgeist. Turning a fucking hater around like telling them hi bye. Getting a hype, giving a mic, jumping a mind, one of a kind, fucking Einstein. Ooh, y'all can be watching but never know my struggle when I came from the gutter that I've been trudging through, sticking to my
Folks, I want you to get the wrong impression. I did not have shoulder pads on for the conference championship game. I'm actually wearing my son's B12 jersey because, quite frankly, I feel like shaking it up a little bit. Also, because of the fact that basically the Lions and the Rams are not in the playoffs, so there's no need for me to sit here and sport that out. Welcome, folks, to the Aftermath Conference Championship Edition. I am your host, El Capitan Ford. Welcome, folks, to the show. Welcome to the following presentation from Bleacher Brothers. And as I said on Twitter earlier, just because I'm that guy, I'm going to be that asshole. And let's just be honest. There's probably a good chance that YouTube is going to do his little shenanigans and things that this, that, and the other. But the fact is that we want a big shout out to Eco and Tech9 for the new intro, for the new track, for the new music that is actually playing, but that was playing prior to the show starting up. I actually love myself right now for this very moment, but let me sit here and put the spotlight where it belongs. We're going to put the spotlight where it belongs. The conference championship games have arrived. And because of the fact that they have arrived, and because I am that guy, because I am that person, because I am that asshole, Tom Grossi, I know that you're watching somewhere there in Wisconsin. I want you to kind of pay close attention to this part because you are the reason that this pretty much transpired. So we're going to start off with a hot note. Tom Grossi, please, let's do this right, shall we?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the divisional.
Question, do we have to be sober for this?
Oh, that train left the station a while ago. Why are you still here? You said you were here last week for Daniel Jones. The Vikings are gone. Still hate that, by the way. Why are you? Personally, I love it. No! You are not in the playoffs. Trust me, I know. Ha! We won the same amount of playoff games. Why are you here? Oh, I'm just waiting for my head coach. Well, you can keep on waiting because we're not losing anytime soon. Have you seen us? All we do is wait. That's not true. You also allow Hail Marys. Thanks for the reminder. You're welcome. Hey, the Lions know all about giving up Hail Marys too.
Oh.
No, I am not like any of you. I won the division, still in the playoffs. Exactly, still in the playoffs. Like who this meeting should be for. Exactly. Oh, no, Lord. That must have taken too much. Buckle up, everyone. The Lions have stripes now. You know what? One thing at a time. Lions. Presently in the postseason. I hate the present. Same. And the past, too. Except that one time in the 80s. I'm more of a 60s, 70s guy myself. Okay, am I not even going to be able to read the script? Anybody else seeing these elephants on the ceiling? You know what? With all this going on, let's just say you two score 42 points total in the second quarter. Now, that sounds great. Question, is that allowed? Because in our game, we couldn't score. Because you're terrible. Can you just say that again, but slower, so I can really enjoy it?
Yeah, I'm terrible
so
too.
Done with the NFC North. Things that the playoffs say. Okay, Commanders, you are winning 31-21 at halftime. Wait, what? There's a helmet-to-helmet hit on Jared Goff. Flag? No, I was just hoping it would stop them from talking. No, you are not going to screw me again. That's not fair. If it makes you feel any better, it's on a pick six. How would that make me feel better? We have a turnover in the first half. Well, actually, it's 3 turnovers.
Wow.
Wait, this isn't Ben Johnson's fault, right? This is ridiculous.
Okay, fine. You want something? I can give you an imaginary face mask call in the second half.
Thank you. Oh, so now you like imaginary face masks, but when it happens to Aaron Rodgers and he throws a Hail Mary on you, you hate it.
Okay, touchdown, touchdown.
Correct. I have touchdown on Jupiter.
So it's 38-28 Commanders.
It's still a 10-point lead? I forgive you for everything. Thank you for having me here to witness this.
I don't want any of you here. There's too many men. Oh, you know what? I'll save that one for later. Also, the Lions throw another interception.
Jared Goff threw another interception?
No, actually, this time it's Jameson Williams.
J-Mo did it? Are you on drugs?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't like that?
No!
No!
Well, in that case, Jared Goff can throw the next one.
We did it, Jordan Love! Vindication!
And with that, the Commanders win 45-31 and move on to the NFC Championship game, and I never have to see any of you from the NFC North until next season.
One of us. No. One of us. No. Tell me, Lions, how many playoff games did you win this year? No! One of us.
The Bucks did that last week over a cookie. Get new material.
How could this happen?
Well, Ben Johnson turned down the Commanders last year for the head coaching job, hiring Dan Quinn, who loves to go for it on fourth down.
But our Dan loves going for it on fourth down.
True.
And technically, like the Flower guy said, we kept the Commanders season alive because of that Hail Mary. Ooh, I like that. Is that Kirk Cousins? Meaning that with my actions, we beat the Lions this season. That means you lost to the Bears too. I'm not the only one. Write that down. No, I am not like you.
Well, actually, there's only been one other 15-win team to lose in the playoffs in their first game.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. The Green Bay Packers.
No.
He seems to be taking it well.
Speaking of taking, can I take their offensive coordinator now?
If it gets you all to leave.
Please.
Done. And when you see him, tell him his defensive coordinator's gone too. Commanders, you're going to the NFC Championship game.
Who do?
You do.
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of a babe. Damn it!
And you just got Bowied. Seriously, though, what's happening?
You won.
I did?
He did? He did.
My life.
All right.
You go into the NFC Championship game? I'm gonna need a bigger stash.
Oh,
Same.
Lord.
Again, why are you still here?
I invited him.
Why?
Why?
So he could watch Saquon Barkley take us to the NFC Championship game.
Worst party ever.
Well, hold on there just a second. You see, this is typical Eagles. They just talk all this smack, and then...
Stop.
I knew he couldn't play in the snow. If only we played outside.
Okay, I have it down here as a close game, but I guess the Eagles win because... Don't say
Reasons.
Saquon. Saquon and snow.
Damn it!
So the NFC Championship game will be the Commanders versus the Eagles.
Great. I'll have more time to read. Your eulogy?
You know when you're watching literally the worst thing ever and you can't do anything to stop it? Okay, moving on to the Strouds.
AKA
AKA the Titans' best friend.
Thank you.
Against the Chiefs.
Flag.
AKA the Chiefs' best friend.
Flag. 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 Flag.
Please.
Flag.
Get there.
Flag.
I hate
Can
the
we
refs.
please just get to our game?
Please.
Looks like our best friends are fighting. Not my best friend. But wait a minute. How could they be your best friend? Still not. If they gave us DeAndre Hopkins. Don't listen to them, Strouds. Our friendship is stronger than that. It really isn't. You trying to turn my best friend against me. I oughta. Ref, help! He's attacking me! Flag. That's right. Roughing the passer. Damn, he's good. Typical Chiefs.
Bengals, why are you still here?
What? Bengals here? No, I don't think so. Exactly. There's no Bengals in the playoffs. Because if there were, I'd remind them of the last time we faced off in the postseason. That flag was BS and you know it! Ref, unnecessary roughness! Flag!
I really should have stayed on vacation. Am I to assume that these penalties are counting against me? Don't you dare. Flag. That'd be a yes. Oh, you pompous son of a flag! And still haven't forgiven you for throwing me in the closet, so 8 sacks, missed field goal, and a blocked extra point. I have failed you, my friend. I failed you. And I'm so... Wait, where's my car?
What the? What?
It's been a long day without you, my friend. Great, just great. Well, I guess that's game, unless you... Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Oh, one more thing, scriptwriter. If Patrick Mahomes could throw a touchdown while he's falling down, make sure that you write down ours is much cooler. Okay, moving on to the Ravens and Bills. Finally, the MVP versus Lamar Jackson.
What?
I think you mean Josh Allen versus the MVP Lamar Jackson. No, I think you mean Lamar Jackson versus the MVP Josh Allen. No, I think you mean... If you two don't stop, I am going to give the MVP to Saquon Barkley. Please, no. Well then, shut up! I am so tired of... Here you go. Dropped one of your script pages. Thank you. Can I be in the playoffs now? No, you cannot go into the playoffs. Yep, sorry. Oh. Anyway, Ravens. Okay, what do we got here? Lamar throws an interception. What? Then a fumble. On Edgar Allan Poe's birthday? Never to suffer would never to have been blessed. Then I must be the Pope. What? Oh, sorry, Mark Andrews also fumbles. Okay, what the hell is going on? Where is this all coming from? It's in the script. Yeah, but why are we getting punished?
For real?
It's his fault, isn't it? Me? You're punishing me because you hate him and he loves Derrick Henry. Put some respect on your king's name. Excuse me, I will not have my integrity questioned. I'll have you know that I wrote this weeks ago. So much so, I don't even remember writing it. Oh, I've been there, forgetting things like you. What's your name again? Dutch. Okay, let's see here. Ravens come back. Yes. And then score a TD with about 93 seconds left. No. They throw up the 2-point conversion to a wide open Mark Andrews. Yes. Who drops it?
What?
Oh. Huh, okay. Bills, you are going to the AFC Championship game. No. Just sounds like a tight end of yours lost the game. Again. You can't do this to me!
Serious?
This is a conspiracy. I guarantee you, once I find out who's responsible for this, I will have my revenge. All we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. What? I read. Same. Okay, and it's set. Commanders versus Eagles and Bills versus Chiefs. This time, I'm winning. Unlike the other 3 times, oh, I'm sure, you've never lost something 4 times in a row. Maybe you could actually beat our starters this time. I don't talk trash. I recycle. Question, do you know the planet's scriptwriter and can he move global warming to happen before Sunday's game? 3 more games. Just 3 more games.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. What? Wait.
Derrick Henry rushes for 150 yards, Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdowns, and the Ravens win. Nice script.
What?
Quote the Raven nevermore.
Whoa. Hold up. Is it... What is this people said about see with the... You know what? I can't... Okay, let's... I'm confused about something, but apparently... Oh, perfect timing, ladies and gentlemen. They've come out of their winter slumbers to celebrate for one day. And I'm gonna let them have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Don Juan. Welcome to the party, pal.
Hey, it's kind of late for you, isn't it? It's like,
It's 8 o'clock at night.
oh, you're on the West Coast.
Oh, I'm West Coast.
Oh, okay. All
I'm
right.
West Coast of this one. No. I took
But I do hope you appreciate the fact that I'm giving up my
what?
3 hours of Cops marathon
I'm
just to
almost
jump
certain
on this show.
that you have this thing called DVR, and I'm sure you can record that ish. It's
No,
the
it's all
3 hour Cops marathon. I'm sure you've
you
seen
got
enough cops from Vegas to last you a lifetime.
you got to watch it live. I mean, you can record it, just not quite the same. Those guys coming out in those white beaters, coming out that liquor store.
coming out their trailer parks, losing their
Exactly.
minds. And yes, there are trailer parks in Vegas. I know this for a fact. But
Gotta watch that live. But anyway, I'm giving that up for tonight. Like I said, I can watch the reruns. They're going to be on all weekend. So
I am so sorry. I did not mean to take up your sweet Cops time. I mean, I'll find the Cops theme song and make you feel better. I will find that sumbitch just so that way we can sit here and actually make you feel good. I will find that.
I will tell you. I'm here. I mean, when I heard that the Raiders were still looking for a head coach, now
No, they're not. That's the thing. This is why I
no.
wanted you here, just for
Right.
this reason. I wanted so bad for you to be here so you can sit here and you can laugh with me. Because let's just break this down. Ben Johnson, OC for the Lions, now the head coach of the New York Jobbers.
correct.
We have Aaron Glenn, DC of those aforementioned Lions, now head coach. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the Jobbers. Ben Johnson's now head coach of the Bears. Aaron Glenn's now the head coach for the Jobbers. And you guys actually pulled probably a coup I woke up to this morning. I woke up to this news at about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. You guys now have the gum-chewing, ass-blowing, unlimited diarrhea ingesting, creating Pete Carroll as your head coach, and yet Dallas can't buy a head coach to save their life. Even the refs in WWE don't want to even be head coaches of the Cowboys. I want you to give you a moment to laugh profusely at how much that just sounds, huh? Yeah.
I don't.
After you.
Look. Well, let me start with Pete Carroll because I'm biased. Because
Go ahead.
when I heard he was being considered, I thought, you know what, the Raiders have already made enough mistakes with currently, as of today, the Raiders are paying they're paying for 4 different head coaches who still have contracts. John Gruden still paying off that 10-year contract. What's the other guy who came in? Josh McDaniels. They're paying off his 5-year contract.
I believe went back to the Patriots. So you guys basically gave him away for free.
Then the most current head coach, Antonio Pierce, who I still think should have been kept on, and now they have Pete Carroll. So they're paying 4 coaches to start with. I will say, however, and of course I'm prejudiced because we're in the same age group. Pete Carroll will make a difference. I don't know how much of a difference, but he's got one thing that these other guys lacked, and that is he has genuine enthusiasm for the game. I felt that Pierce had it, but I felt he wasn't confident enough to let that be his approach to the game. I think he was too conscious of trying to be the perfect head coach from the outset, when he should have just set them boys down and said, look, I'm running the show. You're the players. You run the plays I need for you to run, or I'm running you out. He should have been dead set on that from the beginning. And again, just to set a tone.
I'm just more stunned at the fact that you didn't say the most obvious thing in the world. I want to know how you feel knowing that the two guys who basically kind of faced off with each other in the Super Bowl a few years ago, that now one guy is now the boss of the other guy, and the other guy who basically now has to build this unlimited franchise. Yes, I completely sat here and set that up. Is now basically the guy who runs the show is now his daddy. I want to know what you feel about the fact that if Pete Carroll steps out of line, he can get spanked by just on principle.
Well, the thing I don't get, and superstar or all-time greats almost never turn out to be good managers, general managers, presidents, what have you, because they're just not as good with picking talent as they were when they were the talent. We saw it with Jordan. Now we're seeing it with Tom Brady. At least, but I'll give Brady a couple of years.
We have breaking news. And this is from a Cowboys fan. I don't know if this has been confirmed or not, but a Cowboys fan just actually sent me this, and I'm actually going to take this portion off for a minute, and I'm going to actually share this. This is from my personal page on Facebook, in case people are wondering. I want people to see this. I'm trying to find out if this is true or not. And here's the clip. Apparently, Dallas is about to hire Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, as their new head coach.
Yeah.
And according to one Cowboys fan who happens to be my uncle, they'll never be good again until Jerry Jones goes bye bye. I'm sure that's what he was actually referring to. And I'm sorry, but I am laughing my proverbial ass off at this because Ben Johnson told them no. Aaron Glenn apparently missed the call.
Didn't take an interview.
Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll, who was looking for a way to return to the NFL, he went with the Don Juan Grinders. And I mean, that's gotta mean a lot. And I'm just like, wait. Is that as more obscene and ridiculous as basically me sporting my son's Bearcats jersey right now? Yes, it's funny as hell, but it's worth the price of admission because some things you just have to sit here and put yourself in somebody else's cleats. But for the Cowboys to just throw in the towel, though,
right? But when you look at the most recent history of the Cowboys over the last 30 years, they had Bill Parcells, for God's sake, and now they've had can't even think of his name now. But they've had coaches who have actually won Super Bowls to come in there, and they're just mediocre. And there's no fixing it, no fixing the Cowboys with another head coach. They can try. Now Schottenheimer's been in the organization, so he's perfect for Jerry because he already knows how this works. You do what Jerry tells you to do, and you stand on the sidelines and essentially run the plays that Jerry wants you to run. I mean, that's really the influence that this guy has over the entirety of that operation. And you're never going to get a guy who could break out of this mold because Jerry's just not going to let him. So they're going to be stuck in that mediocrity until Jerry gives it up one way or the other.
So over under, I say 15 years before the Cowboys become relevant in any capacity and possibly break this new streak there. Because I want to bear this in mind. Thanks to the Washington Commanders actually going to the NFC Championship game, the Cowboys now hold the longest drought for said championship game. And now that I think about it, just because you just happened to say something, I'm doing this just for you, Don Juan, just to make you feel better. I'm gonna do something for you right here and now.
There you go.
Get it, yeet. That's it. Just for you. I'm gonna actually did find the damn theme song for cops just to make you feel better. And we might have to make that a thing for the Super Bowl. I don't know. wait, it's playing in New Orleans this year, right? Is it?
And by the way, please remember,
yep.
all suspects are assumed innocent until proven guilty. Which of course
Unless
I don't
you
believe.
are a Dallas Cowboy,
Oh, well, they're
San
always guilty.
Bengal, an Oakland Raider, a Los Angeles Raider, a Las Vegas Raider. No, your team will get off the hook on this one. It's not going to happen.
You know what? I wish they were bad boys instead of whatever the hell we got going now. You know, when it was good, you know, they were kind of always bad boys, lawbreakers, whatever.
I'm sorry. OT. Oh my god. I knew you were coming. I just didn't know when you were coming, there, brother. OT Bay has actually made it to the party, and I'm sorry. I know you have, you know, your thing and everything else, but I'm not gonna believe that until I see it, which means that your John Q. Heinbarts is gonna have to actually sit here. You know what? I'm gonna actually do an invitation because I've done one. I've done one to. Oh hell, he's going ham. He's not even a Commanders fan. He's going full ham. He's buying he's buying a Jaden Daniels jersey just on principle. I don't know why. But I'm almost certain he's going to explain it. But I'm going to say I'm going to do one better because of the fact that you're actually on Twitch. My ass happens to be on Twitch as well. I'm going to find you. I'm going to send you the show link so that way when we do our Super Bowl show in a few weeks, which actually will be, and if I have basically Sarah call in sick on this day, I'll call in sick on that day. I'm going to do an actual Super Bowl show because I don't think he's going to go all damn day. The same thing they did with the National Championship, but let's have some fun with it. And I must be able to take that ball and run with it. And I feel like I want to sit here and at least have some fun where either I do a show before, prior, or at least at halftime. No, I can't do it at halftime because I actually want to catch Kendrick Lamar's performance because there's a good chance that Slim Shady is going to be on this mess as well. But I digress. What? I don't think anybody's even saying anything about Michigan. I mean, Michigan kind of you own Detroit. I mean, if that's the case, then I guess my Rams own Yao. Because you were chirping about San Francisco last week, and to be fair, we own Yao. Now, Don Juan, all this being said, how quickly do you see success for the Raiders before we even go into the conference championship games? How do you see the Raiders actually sitting here doing with all this happening?
Success, like anything else, is a relative thing. When you're 4-13, success could mean 7-8. You know, the following season. But look, the Raiders they got to get off this merry-go-round of retread quarterbacks. Because now I'm hearing they're looking at Kirk Cousins, and they're even thinking about maybe dipping a toe in the water with Sam Darnold. What the Raiders need to do, because the rumor is out that not Jacksonville, but the Titans, who own the number one pick, are looking to trade off that spot. If I'm the Raiders, I'm giving up. I don't care. Name your number of number one picks for whatever to get to that number one spot, and make a pick. I'm not. I think Shedeur Sanders is a really raw talent. But, oh, by the way, I thought the same thing a year ago about Jaden Daniels. So I think with the right coaching and look, working with young quarterbacks is Pete Carroll's specialty. I think, my opinion, he could take a Shedeur Sanders and turn him into a quarterback that could excel in the NFL. Because, A, he can throw the ball down the field. And I'm sorry, I like quarterbacks who can occasionally run with the football.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna stop you right there because I did actually forget about the fact that the Niners did just rehire the guy that they cut loose a few years ago. Robert Saleh is actually back. Here's Oh, Lord. Here we go. You see the comment. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to say anything yet, but folks, y'all see the comment as well. Raiders the Super Bowl next year against the 49ers. Pete Carroll versus Kyle Shanahan, who somehow, by some active guys, is still going to be hot, still going to have a job as head coach next year. I said this last year. I said the year before. I said the year before. I'm not going to stand by this. Kyle Shanahan, like Jerry Jones, needs to be fired. Kyle Shanahan has been a hemorrhoid in the culo of the 49ers. He proved it time and time again. And the fact is that, how do I put this nicely? Kyle Shanahan has been a common denominator. He has been. So, in my opinion, Kyle Shanahan needs to be given his walking papers. And I kind of thought that, the front office of the 49ers actually had some balls. Actually had a brain. Or balls and a brain. But apparently, they have one or the other. It's actually kind of depressing, laughable, and detrimental that Kyle Shanahan still has a job to this day. This isn't a hate thing. This is a logic, facts thing. That the fact that Kyle Shanahan still has a job to this day is laughable to anything. Anybody that's been going ham about the Kansas Chiefs being handed this, that, and the other needs to look straight to the city by the bay, look straight to those jackasses in Levi Stadium, look straight at Kyle Shanahan, and come to the realization, what the hell has Kyle Shanahan done with his team? He took them to a couple Super Bowls. How did those Super Bowls work out? Oh, right. The same way they did when his ass was literally assisting a choke job. Now he's the front man at the head at the choke job. We saw what he did to Atlanta. We seen what he's done to the Niners, and yet this Carney Jagoff is still coaching the Niners. There's a reason why the Niners are never going to win a Super Bowl. They're going to be the same. You might as well just take Kyle Shanahan, trade him to the Cowboys, because if anybody knows about choke jobs, and I've been to a few strip clubs in Texas, trust me when I say this, this mofo knows. He knows choke jobs. But since you wanted to actually go there, speaking of the Cowboys, and I apologize for this. I hate to be that devil's advocate, I hate to be that guy. But we started off with Scooter, and Scooter apparently had time to sit here and watch the divisional round. He had time, allegedly. Well, this is how he watched it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Why do I even watch football? Are the Lions this injured, or are the Commanders actually good? I wonder how Jerry Jones is feeling right now. Why didn't we make Dan Quinn head coach? We got McCarthy instead? How does Dan Quinn do this immediately after leaving the Cowboys? Maybe we should be taking a harder look at Cliff Kingsbury. Why couldn't the Lions play us like that? I'm glad the Lions lost. Now we can interview Ben Johnson. Maybe we don't want to hire Aaron Glenn. Why would we hire Aaron Glenn if he can't stop the Commanders' offense? Come on, Rams. There's no way we can have a Commanders-Eagles NFC Championship game. What are the Rams doing? Hold on to the ball! How do the Rams keep fumbling? Texans put up an admirable attempt. Hard to beat the refs, too. Whoever wins the Bills-Ravens game needs to beat the Chiefs. I'm tired of the Chiefs winning. It's like the Warriors. You don't want to see someone win every year? That roughing the passer call was egregious on Mahomes. Lamar Jackson got hip tackled out of bounds. No call? Would have been ejected if that was Mahomes. Chiefs are never beating the refs' allegations. Nah, the Texans just fell apart at the end. Their special teams betrayed them. I can't believe the Eagles are playing the Commanders for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I was just joking about it last week. Now it's actually happening. How are the Eagles playing the Commanders in the playoffs before we play them? This is all the Giants' fault. Eagles wouldn't even make the playoffs without Saquon. Why didn't we sign Derrick Henry? Why didn't we sign Saquon? All we need to do is draft Genty and run the ball. Even Kellen Moore can't mess that up. This is literally the worst case scenario. Maybe this will actually make Jerry Jones do something now. Jaden Daniels has the same amount of playoff wins as Dak already. His rookie season. Every NFC team has made the NFC Championship game except us this century. How long is a century? Last last time we appeared, it was 1995? People just use stats to make the Cowboys look bad. No one's talking about how we won a Super Bowl more recently than the 49ers. Jake Elliott needs to get a raise. The only thing that would make this worse is if we hire Kellen Moore. Nobody wants to watch Eagles versus Commanders. I bet they won't treat Lamar Jackson the same way they treat Dak. If the Eagles play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I'm not watching. I'm so serious. I'd root for the Meteor. I'm tired of it. Football sucks. I'm a grown man.
Yeah. I had to be that guy.
To follow up real quick, though, breaking news, thanks to Overtime, Brian Schottenheimer, Cowboys, agreed to a reported 4-year head coaching contract. Yep.
What? Are you serious? I was just joking about that. Is that
CBS
actually
Sports,
true?
CBS Sports and AP Associated Press, Schottenheimer signs with Cowboys.
Oh, wait. Hang on, wait. Actually, I got my phone here and it has been rather quiet. So let me go to this real quick.
I got sources. They confirm.
What?
Yep.
How depressed? Should we check and see if the Cowboys are on suicide watch just for our own sake? Because it feels like we probably have to, only because of what they've done. I mean, I'm trying to be nice to Dallas because they've already been through enough. But it's getting kind of hard to literally be nice to the Cowboys when they literally do ass decisions. You had a chance at Ben Johnson. You had a chance at Aaron Glenn. You had a chance at flipping Bill Parcells. A chance even at Pete Carroll. You could use that taking the shot and traded for Kyle Shanahan. And I can't even. There are some things that just do not meet logic. And
let me pose a question.
Go ahead.
Because I'm not a big fan of splash hires or whatever.
Right.
And I'm not the world's biggest fan of the coach of Deion Sanders. But if you want to break out of that mold, or whatever you want to call it, that the Cowboys have been in for the past 30 years, I'm hiring Deion. And you're gonna get all the splashy coverage. But the one thing I've discovered about this guy that I didn't realize till last football season, he's actually a pretty damn good coach.
Here. I might actually sit here and just put a kibosh to that.
Okay.
See, Deion already had made it clear when the Cowboys were intriguing him with an offer that he loves Boulder. He loves the fans. He loves the people. Yeah. He loves the staff. He loves the players. He loves coach. He loves being able to coach. And the fact that he took the Buffaloes from mediocrity to an actual championship contender in a span of a year and a half, I have to applaud Deion. And I actually have been a big fan of Coach Prime. Probably one of the biggest reasons of why I'm wearing my son's football jersey, just because of the fact he's going to be a sophomore, pretty much sit here possibly playing with the same number. No, actually, I think he's going to be switching up to 99 next year, which will personally make me feel better because I'm all about AD. But when it comes down to it, is that I like Coach Prime in Boulder. I like the fact that he actually chose, even with the offer from Jerry Jones on the table, Prime lives by his own standards. And let's be honest, if he hasn't given the opportunity to bitch slap Micah Parsons, he ain't going to take the job because somebody needs to bitch slap Micah Parsons with a passion like no damn tomorrow. They have to be that guy. And somebody has to sit here and actually put Micah Parsons in his place. Because let's be honest, Micah Parsons, you have your coach. You have your coach now. Your words after everything was all said and done, after your season was pretty much already dead in the water, after you guys lost the season finale. Don't be surprised if we sit here and hoist up that trophy next year. Negro, I've been concussed. I literally have had a broken freaking neck. I have had a shattered pelvis. I've been hit head on with a semi. I have been smacked around enough times, more times than I can count. I can't even fantasize about that being an actual reality. Then this was probably the dumbest thing I ever heard come out of a football player's mouth. You can pray for it. You can marinate it out in the universe. You can put it out there. The universe does not like you. Micah, I will say what no other football fan will say. Please, for the love of God, shut the hell up. You're making things worse. And as much as you think your fans are loyal, they're loyal to the Cowboys. Your ass can be traded to anybody else and they won't give a damn about you. But I'm loud. I'm boisterous. I'm that guy that will actually sit here and just say the most obvious thing. And I had to say the most obvious thing. And as much fantasy and as much fantasy as our boy OT City has, and that, yeah, I'm just gonna say it flat out. Bro, I'm sorry, but you see what the hell he's sitting here talking about. I'm just going to put him up there. Annie, please help us out here, sweetheart.
Okay, great divisional round. The Chiefs beat the Texans, the Eagles beat the Rams, the Commanders beat the Lions, and the Ravens beat themselves. Don't forget, guys, Kendrick is performing the halftime show, and that might be your only chance to see Lamar in the Super Bowl. We're not the problem. Okay, Did you learn that from Deontay Johnson? Okay, let's get into the game, starting with what do you want? Have you heard any more news about TikTok? That is what you're worried about right now. Okay, yes, TikTok is back. China is no longer involved. TikTok has been moved to Detroit since no one there is a threat to Washington. TikTok stopped working for several hours this weekend, but so did Mark Andrews. Even TikTok made a comeback before the Cowboys. Yes, hopefully that never happens again. Jackson Mahomes was very upset about the TikTok ban. I haven't seen a Mahomes cry that much since the last Chiefs game. Guys, we hired Ben Johnson. What? The Raiders have now lost an arc and a head coach. This just proves that Ben Johnson believes in Caleb Williams. He also believed in Jameson Williams to throw into double coverage. I don't care. He could have had Jaden Daniels. That might be the biggest mistake you've made all year. That is not true. We hired Shane Waldron over Cliff Kingsbury. Okay, everybody just calm down. Well, I guess the kid that made the prank call was right. Yes, that is not the first time some kid knew more than an NFL GM. Just look at the Giants. You can't ruin this for me. This is the best day of my life. Wow, I haven't seen the Bears this excited since their last offseason. Guys, I figured it out. We're gonna hire Ben Johnson. Okay. Ben Johnson is gone. What? Jerry, have you been taking your meds? Oh my god, it's Derrick Henry all over again. I even had a cool nickname picked out, Ben and Jerry's. I believe that's already taken. Okay, the Cowboys now have the longest drought without an NFC Championship game and get to watch Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore. I think we should go with Kellen Moore. Everybody in Philly says he's the smartest guy in the room. That's because every room has Nick Sirianni in it. I got it. The Dallas Cowboys' next head coach will be Brian Schottenheimer. Will you get senile John Dutton out of here? Okay, any other coaching news we want to talk about, or can I move on? You're interviewing Aaron Glenn. That's great. And Arthur Smith. Wow. Lastly, a famous strip club in Miami was moved onto the street Sunday night due to a nearby fire. Luckily, Miami's used to seeing that much ass on Sundays. Okay, let's start with Texans Chiefs. Caitlin Clark was in Taylor Swift's box for the game. I guess they asked Angel Reese, but she missed her shot. You'd think her and Taylor would be friends since they're both known for their rebounds. That roughing the passer call was terrible. It was not that bad. Our special teams coach got hit harder. Maybe you should hold on to the ball in the pocket a little longer. Maybe you should shut up. That's a flag. You're being mean. See? Gotta be. Okay, everybody just calm down. Look, the Chiefs played a great game, okay? Their main guy showed up when they needed him most. Travis Kelce. No, Clay Martin. Look, guys, just be happy for Mahomes. Okay, he had a great performance in front of his kids, stainless steel and uranium. Well, they totally cheated, so. Houston doesn't usually recognize cheating without trash cans involved. Ben Johnson is a traitor. Detroit, quick question, how do you have 12 men on the field? You don't even have 12 men on your defense. Are you not gonna find Jameson Williams for his touchdown celebration? No, that was just his tribute to Shannon Sharp. Congratulations, Washington. This is not the first time Daniels made the Lions fall asleep in their den. That weather was terrible. Did we not play in the exact same weather? Yes, Saquon looked like he was freezing, but then again, he's usually in Cancun by now. Also, how was that not PI on that last throw? It was 6 feet out of bounds. That ball was so uncatchable, it looked like Jared Goff threw it. Rain, sleet, or snow, the Eagles are ready to go. What is wrong with him? Well, we know what book Jalen Hurts is reading on the sidelines, Dr. Seuss. He may be slightly high. Lastly, Lamar is getting called a choke artist for his interception and fumble. Now he'll have more time to watch his favorite show, That's So Ravens. It's a terrible narrative. Let's just drop it. And finally, finally, we're thinking of moving the national championship. It seems like everyone forgot it was Monday night, including Notre Dame.
Thank you.
Oh,
You know
Okay.
what? Just a quick aside. Because again, you know I'm going to be against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But even I was buying into the hype that you know what, this is a different Notre. The hype was this is a different Notre Dame team. They're tougher.
That don't mean shit. It's new Notre Dame team, different coach, different quarterback, same damn
Same
Irish.
thing. Yep.
Playing in a grown man sport they should not be playing in. I didn't want to talk about the national championship, but hell, we might as well already just hit that plateau. Thanks, Annie. Appreciate it. But thanks for the clips too. They were also appreciative too.
They need to drop
Notre
those
Dame
academic requirements.
played a
first.
grown man sport, and Notre Dame lost a grown man sport.
Yep.
Let's be honest about this one. Let's be as 100% as we can. They played a grown man sport and they lost it. They weren't supposed to be there. I said this literally weeks ago. And as much as I hate Penn State, and as much as I love the fact that basically they got their sports karma, as much as I got it, I have to go into something. I have to go into something because of the fact that no. See, now you're just throwing out weird ass hypotheticals that make no sense, OT. Will Howard is not going to be the overall number one pick. We already know the number one pick. It's either going to be Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. And most likely, depending on who is the actual number one pick, it most likely will be Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will be the number one pick in the draft, which means that he'll get to floss it like there's no tomorrow from home. Because let's be realistic, it's that the fact that we know Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, the two top priorities in the draft, are both going to be in Boulder. They're not going to grace Roger Goodell with a chance to take his photo op because Roger Goodell's been the same jackass now as he was many moons ago. And I know that we're being watched by certain individuals. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care. We do not care. We go do what we say, and we go literally bust it out as much as possible. That's why OT is literally so much enjoyable on this because he gets to sit here and say what he wants and do what he wants. Here's your reality. Shedeur Sanders will probably be the number one draft pick. Ashton Jeanty will most likely be number 2. Travis Hunter will most likely be number 3. It'll probably go Sanders, Jeanty, Hunter. That could be your top 3. As far as these guys who play the national championship, you think anybody's actually going to do anything with that? No! Not a chance! Not unless Dallas is going to be... unless Dallas is going to be in it.
Anybody that jumps, first of all, the best player in the draft is Travis Hunter.
True.
He is this generation's Deion Sanders. And if I were out, if I had the number one pick, I can always get it sounds funny. I can always get a quarterback. This is generational talent. Anybody who passes on him, no matter what the draft position is, will end up, it'll be like one of those Michael Jordan things. Whoever drafted the first 2 players before Jordan, look how they turned out. So I just think that he's the best. But you know how this always works. Teams want to get quarterbacks. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is ready to start in the NFL. Not yet.
Whoa. Did you say that same thing about Lamar Jackson? Did you say that same about Lamar?
No. When Lamar Jackson won a Heisman Trophy.
Lamar, Josh Allen. Let's look at this way. Lamar, Josh Allen. I mean, did you see yourself saying that about Tim Tebow when he was drafted?
No, I did not believe that Tim Tebow should have been drafted, and certainly not in the first round. I knew what he was in college, but there was no way that was ever going to translate long term into, being an NFL quarterback. He had that little run. It was fun for a minute, but then ultimately reality set in. Let me throw another name into this draft picture. And again, I'm not a GM. I'm not really a good evaluator of talent, but, and I'm not sure if I'd take use a number one pick on this guy, but I do think that the running backs are seeing kind of a rebirth. Derrick Henry had a great year. You can clearly see that the Eagles are having a good year with their running back situation. Arizona State has a running back coming out this year named Cam Skattebo. And let me tell you something.
No.
But let me finish.
Go ahead.
I like tough guys and badasses. This guy is a tough badass. He's not that big, but he is willing to take and give the punishment to move the football. I just think maybe a number 2 pick, second round pick or something like that, for a guy with that attitude is worth the draft pick. And he'll probably end up going in the 4th or 5th round. I know how that works. But again, I just think that he's a really tough-minded. You need tough guys.
No.
Tough everything else.
No. I can't let that pass.
Okay.
I can't let that pass. I cannot let you even mentioning Arizona State pass. Did Arizona State literally get that first round bye? I'm sorry. I am calling receipts out on all 4 teams that got a first round bye and all gagging, choking. I've literally watched porn movies where basically women didn't gag as hard as those top 4 seeds gagged in these damn playoffs. And yes, Oregon, I'm calling your asses out on that too. Arizona
this is the word.
You get down with it. Because the fact is that when it came down to it, not a single 4th seed, not a single one of those top seeds made it to the show. Not one. So for you, Mrs. Zero, to put Arizona State in any conversation is almost embarrassing.
Well,
almost embarrassing.
Under the existing rules, they had to do it.
But
by the way, Arizona State did at least take Texas to overtime. They didn't fold up like the and by the way, the Oregon Ducks do this every time they're highly ranked.
These guys were undefeated.
Yeah, I know.
And they just beat Ohio State in the Big Ten.
Yep.
They beat Ohio State. They beat Penn State. You tell me that Ryan Day and James Franklin are better coaches? These two are jagoffs who literally don't even deserve a flipping coaching job at a McDonald's. And you can tell both of those sorry jackasses I said it. Nobody likes them. Ryan Day has basically the facial hair that was painted on by a sissy porn star. And James Franklin is a quintessential jerk-off who basically doesn't deserve the job he's got. It was handed to him. And as far as this comment about the rest versus ASU, nah. That's what it came down to. Arizona State had a shot. They failed. Oregon had a shot. They failed. SMU had a shot. They failed. Who was the other team?
I'm trying to think. I bet on all those home squads.
I can actually tell you who the other team was. Nobody cares because all 4 have the same thing in common. They got exposed by low-level teams. There is no reason why Notre Dame and Ohio State should have been playing for the national title. None. But it happened. Boise State, they got exposed too. Thanks for that, OT. Let's sit here and just make this as clear as possible. Those mofos did not deserve a damn thing in this damn entire scenario. Let's be as realistic as we possibly can. When it came down to it, these guys being in this show, laughable and blasphemous in every sense of the word. It literally should not have happened the way it happened, but it did happen. And now we got all these jackasses in Columbus that are thinking that they're the Cowboys of college ball, which is a joke in and of itself. And Alabama doing better? Didn't Alabama lose to Michigan?
Yep.
Yeah, Alabama can basically go suck themselves. I'll even do it. I will do the math for you, since that way I have to do the math for everybody. And snap. It just got interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Angelo.
Hey, what's up, Dawn? What's up, Captain?
We were about to do some quick math problems, so you might as well sit back and just listen and enjoy.
Oh, Lord.
I tried to do that math in my head, and I even tried doing it over my
You know what's
hand,
actually funny?
scratch pad.
I actually did remember doing it, man, and believe it or not, folks, Scott actually did get it right. And
Are you serious? He actually
yes, he actually did. So see, as batshit crazy as Steiner may be, every now and then he actually does something intelligent. But anyway,
we hadn't even gotten to the conversation game. We've been basically going ham about the coach, the coach selections. We've gone through Tom's clips. Went through Annie's.
I gotta go off for that one.
Annie had him laughing.
Oh yeah. Wait, you got to show him Scooter's one, but that's another story.
I'll show you Scooter. I got.
But I gotta go off for this one. But I do gotta go off for something since you done brought up coaches.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Brian Schottenheimer, really? Brian Schottenheimer.
I want people to understand how incredible this sounds. Ben Johnson went to the Bears. Aaron Glenn actually went to the Jobbers. Yeah. The Jobbers had a head coach before the Cowboys did. And Pete Carroll went to the Don Juan Grinders. That they're now. Don't worry, Don Juan. Reese and I will create a nice musical intro for you. So I will actually record it. I have the technology to be able to create a nice little intro for you. So when you pop in, I will make damn sure that gets played almost every chance you get, just as soon as it gets there, and we will make a one titled
Chisel Adonis remix.
We will do a bonus remix on behalf of Chisel Adonis and on behalf of John Gruden, just because of the fact that's kind of how this started. The Don Juan Grinders. We all had to run through basically any player they have. The Raiders will now officially be known as the Don Juan Grinders from here on out. So when we go ham on the Raiders during our list for next season, just know that you have a special place in our hearts and our corazones. Putting it out there.
12-5. 12-5.
Yeah. So basically a Cowboys record.
Remember those numbers.
Let's talk about this conference championship, which is the whole mainstay of it, because these two guys will actually have the chance to actually watch this thing on Sunday. Most likely, I will be probably at least sit here working for the first show for the first game, but not the second one. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But we do have 2 good conference championship games. I mean, I guess it depends on who you are. We have on the AFC side, we have the Buffalo Bills and their dollar store Michael Vick versus the Kansas City Chiefs and their Wish version of Michael Vick. And yes, I went there, and I'm from Missouri, and I can basically say that because, quite frankly, it's been accurate. On the AFC side, we have Scooter Magruder's worst nightmare.
And why is it? Cap, could you do us the honors, please?
Don't worry. Now, do you want the meeting, or do you just want him basically going ballistic about it? You know what? Screw it. He's going ballistic about it.
Dude.
Oh, God, here we go. This is probably going to end very badly. But I want you to hear that very nicely. Jay Daniels has already outshined the Cowboys in every sense and the word. In every sense of the word. And not only that, he also has put the Commanders in the championship game, which now the streak now belongs. the most active streak of not playing in the conference championship games in the NFC, but lost to the Cowboys. I want you to understand how incredibly laughable this sounds. And I know there's going to be some Cowboys fans who are going to be hating. I know there's some Cowboys fans who are going to be hating. But at that same token, I want to be able to actually put this one in. OT has already said Commanders versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's hard to sit here and actually go against that. He may actually be onto something. And maybe he is. Maybe he is. But that's just me. But you know what? Don Juan, in the absence of our illustrious colleague, what are you thinking?
Well, whenever you start talking about the Cowboys, I'm reminded of this.
You lose brain cells?
No, it's not so much that, but it's that passage of time thing. Next March 30th, my son is turning 30. He was 2 months old the last time the Dallas Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. So when I think about that, it's like, how the hell can America's team go 30? Forget about winning a Super Bowl. If they've been in a Super Bowl and lost a couple along the way, I say, okay, well, that's why they can have anybody. 30 years without even getting to the big game. And forget how many times. I think they've only been to the conference championship once in those 30 years. So they can keep changing coaches and rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. It's going to take a big overhaul. They got to sell the team. They got to get another owner and just start all over again. Because this current group that keeps hiring coaches and GMs and picking players, it's just never going to work. If 30 years doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. So the Cowboys, like I said, I don't see how they get out of this rut. They're just going to continue to throw money at players and end up with the same result. So it is what it is.
We kind of letting you laugh at the Cowboys in all honesty, because you were probably having a holiday over there, OT. I'm just being honest. You probably are. I mean, when you got Kyle Shanahan as a head coach, of course you have to be laughing at somebody else's misery. I mean, Jesus, tap dancing Christ. You guys got Kyle Shanahan as a coach. Y'all have laughing at somebody else's misery. I want you to understand this. This is how much you guys suck. The Rams were at what records? 1-4, and they became conference champs and swept y'all at the same time. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that y'all don't deserve it, but y'all kind of deserve it. I'm trying not to laugh at it, but
you know what's ultimately going to hurt the 49ers is it's upcoming. They got to figure out how much money they're going to have to pay Brock Purdy. Excuse me, how much money they're going to have to overpay Brock Purdy.
Dak Prescott money is probably what I'm thinking in my head on that one. But when it comes to the championship, something that neither the Cowboys nor the 49ers even know about this season, it's this season or this postseason for that matter. Don, who do you see playing in the Super Bowl in the Big Easy? Who do you think is going to be strutting down Bourbon Street?
You know, I always run against the media narrative, which would tell you that it's going to be Eagles, Chiefs.
Nope.
But, and I'm skeptical of Jalen Daniels as much as anybody else is. But this is kind of his, what am I thinking of? This is his Tom Brady. This is his Tom Brady 2001 moment. After the Tuck game and everything else, Brady went on to beat the Steelers, got into the Super Bowl as an underdog, and then beat your Rams as an underdog, and the rest is history.
We still owe you this, Tom Brady. Just so we're clear, we owe you this.
But I'm just saying.
But Reese does too now I think about it. But he got his payback. So I guess he kind of owes you, but you guys got even when he beat y'all, so you pick it.
I'd say we're covered.
Asshole. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, again, I am picking Buffalo versus Washington.
So you going old school?
Yeah, because the last time Washington was in the Super Bowl, who'd they play? Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Yep.
And I'll go even a step further. I think the Bills finally get a Super Bowl win.
What?
Finally. They don't do it this year. They just need to pack up, sell the team, and move to, I don't know, Antarctica. Because they can't be any colder than that. Yeah. But I think the Bills are going to win. I do think that Washington's going to get past the Eagles.
Okay, so you're thinking Bills, Washington. What can people in the chat? I know you gotta hear me. What Super Bowl was it that basically the Bills and Washington basically charter?
I think 26, if I'm not mistaken, something like that, or 27.
Yeah, it would have been 30, 34.
Was it 25?
34, 9, 25. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think 25 was with
No, because I think that the Cowboys won 26 and 27.
Yeah, it was 25.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
no, 26. No, I was right. 26.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So there was that, and I guess we have to give the Ravens their final send off. So here you go, Ravens. Have fun with it.
You know,
Yes.
By the way, can I get one final obligatory one?
Which
John
one would you like?
Harbaugh? Oh no, since you just played that Ravens clip, John. What did my black ass tell you the entire season? Keep the ball in Derrick Henry's hands, man.
You know, I have to actually be, because everybody's been trying to defend Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews Lamar went off on the whole mess. And Mark Andrews, I'm not going to actually sit here and say what needs to be said on it when it comes down to it. What I am going to say, though, is that wait, hold up a second. Mark Andrews, this is your MO. This is what you do. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, now, Chisel probably is not going to like this, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because it has to be shown. Gentlemen, if y'all could, I want y'all to be able to explain to me what we're about to see here. This is Curses at Chisel Don's game highlight commentary. This is literally the 2-point conversion that everybody's been sitting here wanting to talk about. I didn't want to sit here and bring into it, but we kind of have to because, again, this is the Ravens we're talking about. They had all the tools to make it to this AFC Championship game in the snow against this dollar store Josh Allen. And now you're about to see why I called Lamar Jackson the wish version of Michael Vick.
Time to take out your Uno cards. Lamar looking right, pass to Mark Andrews, wide open. He dropped the football.
But before I let this damn thing continue, let's just make it clear. Zane Gonzalez is going to the is going to a conference championship game. Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews and wish version Michael Vick Lamar Jackson are going home. I want to make this clear, and don't give me this mess about Kittle would never, because I've watched Kittle drop wide open ass passes in the Super Bowl, and I don't want to hear that mess. I think I even have a clip of George Kittle dropping a pass. I'm almost losing my nerve. I'm thinking I'm about to have a stroke. Bear with me. Here we go.
Mark Andrews! Last year was a Zay Flowers fumble. This year, it's the Mark Andrews lack of hands. You're wide open. You're a former All-Pro. This was supposed to be a redemption season after returning back from motherfucking injury. You're a captain. Game on the line to force overtime, and you absolutely fuck your team. And it'd be one thing if you never did this before. But a few years ago, you did this against Pittsburgh. You're a repeat offender. Elite choker. Somebody transmogrify this man into a necklace. All alone in the end zone, and you can't control a football? Chris and Snoop from The Wire need to walk your ass down an alley and leave you in a vacant for this performance. A fumble in the fourth quarter. A drop pass in the end zone on the 2-point conversion. And another failure in the playoffs for the Ravens. All because you got no motherfucking hands. From now on, your name is Mark Lee Evans Andrews. Put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum.
Take care of this stuff. You playing games, man.
So,
I thought it was going to nickname him Bart Simpson. I thought it was going to nickname him Bart Simpson because he's got better fingers.
I am not going to sit here and go too hard on Mark Andrews. He has been that clutch guy. He has been that clutch mofo. Oh, Reese, in case you were trying to figure out in your head exactly what we were actually laughing about earlier, I don't know how much of the show you've seen, how much of this show you've seen, but
I actually see none of it. Actually.
But Don Juan apparently was blowing us. Apparently blew off his weekend marathon, and it was the marathon he blew off was these guys. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, hey, well, you got like 6 more of them throughout the year, so.
I'm almost certain that if it was possible, I probably would sit here and find that infamous clip just for the fun of it.
Right.
I would find that, use that as a theme song, probably use it for Super Bowl because it is in New Orleans and crazy mess happens in New Orleans. But when it came down to it,
but like they always say, though, on Cops, hey man, that was my cousin's drugs that you found in the car. Them ain't mine. Them was my cousin's drugs.
Yeah. But let's keep this a buck, though. Like, honestly, out of all 4 games that happened last weekend, that was the easiest pick to make.
Like that, honestly, because we had the whole conversation. We had the conversation either pre-show, and granted, my butt decided to sit here and actually sleep in a little bit because apparently I needed that sleep last week. But even on Saturday morning, I sat here and even picked the Ravens. I figured in my head, this was the year. This was the year that you could actually go Lamar Jackson. You could go Derrick Henry because it's still, no matter what team he plays for, then, now, forever, it will always be, oh, Henry. And let's be honest, one Henry, I use that term loosely, showed up this week. Apparently, the other did not. And you actually sat here and brought me up on it because I was paying attention. I was hearing it. And I'm almost certain that we were busy at that very time. But all we did was just say his name.
Yeah.
And he became champion.
Yeah.
What the hell was the Ravens' problem? The one time where we were actually hoping for this, between the Ravens choking and the Rams choking. Because I'm going to be honest, the Eagles have to be the luckiest team in football right now. As much as we want to say it's the Chiefs, it's the Eagles. Because the Eagles should not be playing the NFC Championship game by any means. Had it not been for the 2 fumbles, had it not been for the egregious 4th down conversion that pretty much in my eyes ended the game for the Rams last week, the Eagles would not be sitting here trying to talk about, we go sit here and beat the Commanders in the snow. Nah. Sports karma.
Oh.
Sports karma.
Oh, wait. I got one for you. Hey, Jared Verse.
Wait.
You what again?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Hang on. Wait. Okay, Don Juan, you're actually excluded from this one. You don't have to worry about it. Show of hands. Okay. And Reese, you can help me with this one. Yeah. How many teams played in this year's playoffs? Show up by show of hands. Whose teams played in the playoffs this year? How many players from the Bay showed up for the playoffs this year? You know I'm gonna call you out on it. I told you I'm keyed up tonight. That's just kind of how it works. Ooh, yeet. I am all about this.
Hey, well, in fairness,
No. See, here's the biggest thing. I know OT is one of those pot stirrers, boat rockers. I love him for it because that's the way he is. But to put this as nice as we can, and we gonna be as cordial as possible. Reese, I'm gonna let you go ahead and make your pick for the Super Bowl. Yeah. In your eyes, after everything you've heard, everything you said, everything you've done, we're not even gonna mention the Cowboys or Niners fans who are wishing it was them. because, well, they want to be like Jericho so badly that they want to be the king of all they see.
Yep.
But it ain't that easy. I digress. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, I got a little message for everybody in DC. For those of y'all that still want to stay in the past, stay there. Because for those of us who actually like to live in reality, y'all have got a team this year. And we'll probably have one for the remainder of the decade. And maybe a little bit into the next decade. Because Jaden Daniels, my dude, who I've affectionately...
Oh, what? Did he just freeze up on us?
He called Josh Harris, your owner, has literally rebuilt y'all franchise. Yeah. And God knows he definitely needed to rebuild that stadium, but I digress.
We're not going there yet. Nope. We are not going there yet.
Nah, he has actually fixed it because there has not been any R. Kelly's incidents this year. Yeah. Of course, let's not forget. Of course, like I said, Jaden Daniels got Commander Clutch, Scary Terry, and something we haven't mentioned, that that Commander's defense. Yeah. Sorry, got a little too hyped up there. Dude, Washington.
That's okay. OT is apparently getting hyped up too.
Washington, is going to be a force for the next few years. That being said, though, come on, man. No, I'm not taking against the Eagles in this one because, Coach Witt, by the way, who's somebody I've had a lot of respect for. You done went on TV and admitted that, you want to say if you force Jalen Hurts to run, y'all gonna hit him like a running back. So you pretty much just told your strategy. But need I remind you a little something? And to borrow my best friend's favorite phrase, sports karma. Because don't you realize that just as much as y'all could do that to Jalen Hurts, we could turn around and do the same thing to Jaden Daniels? Hoping it don't happen, but still. If it does, y'all brought it on yourselves because y'all wanted to play your cards first. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then not to mention. Yeah, there's also one extra piece. The sports some of the decent. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mickey. What's happening?
Oh, a birthday boy. Yeah.
Happy birthday to your brother. Missed you.
Yeah, and then remember the last time y'all played? Y'all took Jalen out? Yeah. Yeah, see, now that means the Eagles owe y'all a little receipt. And since y'all took Jalen out in DC, now we're taking you out the playoffs. Hey, he did get hurt.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. So that takes care of the NFC side. So, AFC side,
Go ahead.
I would have. Josh, I know a lot of people want to see you come through, whatever, but you got 11 problems. Yo, defense. They've proven over the years that they can't stop Patrick Mahomes when it counts. And I was like, even though you've had a good year, that 11 on the other side of the ball, yeah, they suspect, and they've been the reason. Hell, I was about to say, now granted, there ain't no Tyreek Hill to worry about, but there's probably going to be somebody that's going to give you another 13-second relapse.
Oh.
So guess what? I'm saying we're looking at a rematch.
Really?
KC Philly. Yep.
Okay. So you're saying KC versus Philly in the Super Bowl.
Part 2.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Let me I just want to I want to bring something up that needed to be brought up because apparently somebody thought that I didn't have receipts to back up my words. Courtesies of Turf Picks on YouTube. And this is to you, OT. You had laid claim that George Kittle has never dropped a pass. Well, Don, does that look like George Kittle dropping a pass, or am I just, or am I just that drunk? Okay, just checking. I'm just checking. I'm not. I'm trying to figure this out, and I appreciate that one. Sorry, my son even said here calling that George Kittle dropping a pass, but that's neither here nor there. Oh no! Don't you sit here and start making 12 million excuses for him about how it basically didn't happen like that. That's exactly how it happened. But since we are having that conversation, since we are all about that fun and that shenanigans and everything in between, you were mentioning a couple of things there, Reese, about how, about Washington, Philly, and how basically, Philly apparently owes receipts and all that good stuff to Washington.
No, they ain't going to. Oh, they are going to deliver on them receipts.
Deliver on the receipt. Oh, deliver. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Deliver. I just want to be able to make sure I'm actually heard that correctly. Only because of the fact that, like I just did, I'm pretty sure I just sat here and just did receipts for somebody else. And knowing me, you know me, I have to bring the receipts for everybody. And yes, that even includes these guys.
Into the end zone, no matter what. And of course, it goes without saying, you cannot take a sack.
McLaurin to the bottom of the screen. 2nd and goal, 10 seconds. Daniels fires, end zone, touchdown! Jamison Crowder!
Hey, but no, one massive difference there, Cap.
What's that?
That game was in DC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mind me how they did when they actually were in Philly, though. Yeah, because I can hold on. I got a little something here scratching. That's right. Jane Daniels lost the last time he came to Philly.
Get pumped, my boy. Get pumped. Sorry. My son's getting pumped up about cereal. I'm telling him get pumped up with it. Here's what it comes down to for me. There are people that are still, to this day, very, very adamantly pissed off at Saquon Barkley not breaking that record, myself included. Here's why. What did Saquon do on Sunday there, Reese? In the snow. In the damn snow. I don't want to hear a damn thing about how, well, what if Saquon gets hurt? What if Saquon can do this, can do that? Mofo, I want to hear I don't want to hear And I'm doing my best to sit here and keep it PG as possible. But the Eagles need to learn sports karma in a major way. And I feel like sports karma is going to come back, bite them in the ass. I feel like, honestly, when it comes down to it, that while we have these two great games, one of them being probably the shittiest one we've ever seen, and the other one being actually the shittiest, snowiest one we've ever seen, we're going to have ourselves a good game. We're going to have a great ball game when it comes down to it. But, the Eagles do not deserve to go play in the damn Super Bowl. Not a chance. No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. No. Let me just put that in the ways that the wise man will be able to sit here and actually go this way. And I just want to basically, I want the wise man. I want the wise man to come out here and be able to actually sit here and say exactly what needs to be said. Because let's be realistic here. I know everybody is all happy about the Eagles being in these championship games. I'm just gonna put it as nice as I can, and maybe that'll be the case. Maybe that'll happen. But here is what it comes down to when it comes to the Eagles. Comes to the Eagles playing for the Super Bowl, playing for a chance to get owned, victimized, and quite frankly, to just get stomped out by the Chiefs once more. When it comes to the Chiefs comes to the Eagles going to the Super Bowl, well,
no.
I can't. Yeah. And there's a reason for it. It's because there are still people out there that still are adamantly PO'd about Saquon Barkley not breaking that record. To hell. This is the one time I will be selfish. To hell with everything. To hell with.
Hey,
I want to see.
I
want to see. Get the boys time to eat. Screw them. Let them eat on their own damn time. This is the record. This is the one that Eric Dickerson basically literally hangs on to like he's hanging on to his testicles. Eric Dickerson ain't jack now. Nobody remembers Eric Dickerson until this record pops up. When it boils down to it, you got a shot at immortality, and you blow it off just for a chance to play the Super Bowl just to lose. Because there is a snowball's chance in hell that the Eagles are going to win a Super Bowl title. Nick Sirianni's job's been on the line pretty much since that infamous game where the fire Nick chance started. Has been on that line. And there's a good chance the Eagles may go to the Super Bowl. May go to the Super Bowl. However, do they deserve it?
Yes!
Do they deserve it?
And when they do, and guess what? It? Yes, and then you know what you're gonna sound like? Hold on, since we're playing clips all day.
Well, you know,
I got one for you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what you got.
Hold on. I am. Hold on. Let me cue this. Let me re-cue this up real quick because I had to take this off one time.
Because when it comes down to it for me, I see that Eagle side coming out of you. It's
yeah.
In fact,
I was about to say I was going to set this up.
I see that Eagle side coming out of you
right now.
Don Juan is like basically like the dad.
And this how you're going to sound.
My dad said.
This how you're going to sound.
Rivalry. Go ahead, let it rip.
You were wrong.
Okay. I want to make this crystal clear for it. Here's what it comes down to. as much. Hey, Johnny Boy, when it comes down to it, yes, I just went Johnny Boy. I wish I would have had that Chisel Adonis one queued up when he was doing the AAF thing, but that's another story. Here's what it comes down to it when it basically boils down. Reese, you've been down this road before.
And
you had the dilly Philly thing. You had the Philly special. You had probably one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in recent memory against the Patriots. You guys to dethrone the GOAT. You had that. But here's the problem I've got. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But what it boils down to in my perspective, Jaden Daniels has played better than Jalen Hurts this year. You can't even attest to that. You know this. This is basically the guy you and I agree is most likely going to become Offensive Rookie of the Year. If he was in the MVP conversation, he'd be in that conversation. I believe Saquon Barkley should be the MVP over Josh Allen and over Lamar Jackson. I'm going to be honest.
Like I said, that's why I call him Commander Clutch.
But what's that thing about sports karma and what happens with it? It never forgets and it never misses.
Oh, that's why I was saying. Yeah, why do you think I'm saying Washington's going to lose Sunday?
Bro, wait. Yeah. Bro, hang on. Bro, the Cowboys have offered every one of the panelists on this thing a coaching job, and we all declined because we ain't about that.
Actually, I was never offered.
You were never offered? Nope. I thought you were. I thought you were. That's what you tell me.
No.
Oh, okay.
They know better than to ask me.
Fair enough. Now here we go. I'm not going to question it. But when it comes down to it, Jalen Hurts is hurting coming into this game. We know something's going wrong with that knee. He's probably in the same boat that I am where he's wearing a brace around his house. So I know for a fact that's going to be given. Number 2, you have Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, who is also hurting. Who's also hurting. I know this is Yao House. I know this is going to be played in Yao House. But how many people you think give a rat's ass that this is being played in front of a hostile Eagles territory? The Eagles haven't been in that house before. Do not be surprised if you see that clip that I just played show up in DC. These are the guys that basically, again, like you said before, these guys had the stadium pissing on themselves a couple of seasons back. They did. They had the whole stadium pissing on themselves. They literally we played R. Kelly's Dave Chappelle Piss on You on repeat when we saw this clip. And it's still the funniest thing we've seen in a long time. That being said, we have one simple common denominator. Jalen Hurts is going to do what Jalen Hurts does best. Saquon Barkley's going to do what Saquon Barkley does best. The only problem I'm going to have with both of those is that had they let Saquon break that record, I probably would be rooting for the Eagles. But yeah, there's a part that's actually rooting for the Commanders. And it's not because of what you think. I'm going to be honest. It's not because of what you think. There was a guy who actually got ticked off about the dumbest thing to get ticked off about. And I'm going to bring it up so that way you can understand why I literally am saying the way I'm saying it, because I saw this. Somebody sent me this one and I laughed my ass off. By the way, big thank you and shouts out to Eco and Tech9 for providing the music to this one. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to do the whole my ding-a-ling thing because, yes, it's funny, but it just takes a little bit too much on it. But I digress. There was a guy who I actually saw, and somebody shared this with me. I'm going to try to see if I can find it, because I want to be able to sit here and point out exactly what I need to point out. Because the fact is that when I have somebody who actually is getting mad about something as simple as a logo, I kind of basically want to go, really? That's what you mad about? Now, you remember last week, Reese, we were talking about the Devontae, not Devontae, but the AJ Brown incident.
Yep.
Now, the only thing that basically saved everybody's ass is that I don't have a book in front of me.
Sure.
But the guy who actually works on the Dan Le Batard show,
Yep.
he's a moron and a jackass, and quite frankly, he deserves exactly what he's getting. So I'm not gonna feel bad for him, but it's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Cowboys are shooting themselves in the foot because of the fact that they let Dan Quinn go last season.
Yep.
And look what Dan Quinn has done up to that point. Now his Commanders are playing for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. That's number one. Number two, Kellen Moore, another problem, supposedly. And he's playing in the Super Bowl too. I guess, I'm trying to figure in my head, why would y'all sit here and get mad about it? Why? Why would y'all be the way you are right now? And then I started sinking in. Now, Daniel, I know your ass is somewhere watching, and I want you to be able to sit here and understand where they're coming from. Because this is one of your guys. This is a member of Duval Country. Runs JG9 News, and he actually posted this a few days ago. And I actually had to call him out for it. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna let this thing play for what it's worth, and you guys can sit here and be honest about it. This is what he said.
NFC Championship again was the longest drought in the NFC among active franchises to make it from one conference championship to the other. 32 seasons. The last time they made it, oddly enough, that game to go to Super Bowl 26, they played the Detroit Lions. Now, that game was an absolute bloodbath. Washington steamrolled Detroit, one that won 41-10, shut down Barry Sanders. Detroit never had a chance in that one. 91 team might be the greatest team in NFL history to ever win a Super Bowl. It's up there at the very least for one of the best of all time. And Fox decided to commemorate that by showing some historical footage and being like, hey, the last time that Washington made it to the NFC Championship, they played the Lions. Let's show some highlights, go back in the day and show you what happened. And it makes sense to do something like that. It makes complete sense. We see broadcasts do that all the time the historical element, show the relevance and put into significance how long the drought was. It makes a ton of sense to do that. Having said that, the way they did it was absolutely insane because you notice there's something glaringly wrong when they show the footage. And you might be able to tell what it is. Because as you can clearly see, that is not the logo of Washington when they made it to the 1991 NFC Championship. They were not the Washington Commanders back then. I think if you showed that logo to people back in the 1991 season, or January 12th, 1992 when the game was played, you'd be wondering, who the heck is that franchise?
Okay. JG9, I have all the respect for what you do. I enjoy some of the work that you do. I do. Nhowever, being a child in the 90s, I can tell you right now versus you were literally a nut stain in your dad's sock when Washington played said game. You look like a fetus. And this is the nicest way I could put it. The nicest way I could put this is that back in 91, yes, that was a great game. That was amazing. I believe, Reese, you and I were about close to the same age, so about 11. Dom 1, I'm pretty sure you were about 42, 43. but I have respect for basically the two men that are in this thing with me, both Don Juan and Rocket Reigns. I even have respect. I have respect for you, but you getting salty about the fact that that's the logo that they chose to do. They showed the highlights of the game, you dumbass. They showed the highlights of the game. What are you salty about? They show the Washington logo as it is now. You gotta be the most sourpuss, saltiest, carny jagoff I've ever met in my life. And I say this respectfully. That's the part that should scare you more than anything else. Is that I respectfully say this about you. But the fact that you have a temerity to sit here and get mad at Fox for, I mean, if they were whitewashing, they wouldn't even show highlights, which they did. I saw Barry Sanders on my TV a few days ago in gear. And you are getting mad because of a logo? I see all the jerseys. I see all the helmets in the background. And ironically enough, if I'm not mistaken, Reese, I could be a little bit lost here, but do you see, like, right there, like, probably
like second row,
to the left?
Like right above all the, like, Bills
All the
logos?
Lions helmets?
Yeah, Lions,
mean,
I see a Washington Commanders helmet for going for left, right. Washington Commanders helmet, but these two right next to it, though.
In fact, those two, and then the other two probably right on the other side.
I see one like right behind his, like over his left ear and above.
I mean,
I see. Oh,
Don
wait.
Juan. I mean,
those are Skins helmets.
I mean, Don Juan. Am I wrong for basically going after this kid? And that's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him a kid because literally, honestly, I could be his daddy right now. I probably knocked up his mom, and this is the sad product that I have. I apologize if that's the case. But, Don Juan, am I wrong for basically going after this kid?
I think Don Juan's muted accidentally.
I don't have him muted.
Oh no, I'm saying he muted himself. I think
you possibly did because I don't have you. You might have to do the thing with the thing. I mean,
yeah,
it kind of happens like that. And don't feel bad. It happens in this show a lot. And maybe it's a YouTube thing. Maybe it's YouTube getting mad because of the fact that I'm actually calling out one of their big illustrious users. I don't know. Yeah. But here's the thing. We live in a country that is mad about everything. These are the same peoples that got mad when players were taking the knee during the national anthem and were burning their shit, burning stuff they bought. They bought it, and people were mad about it.
We're approaching the 10-year anniversary of that, by the way.
We are definitely approaching that one, and I'm almost certain that I'll probably be doing the same thing probably in the Super Bowl. I want people to understand. I'm the guy that literally when they sit here and they play that God blessed long-winded song, aka the national anthem on basically every single pregame, I mute my TV so that way I'll have to hear that. Because in order for that to be reality, people have to be able to embrace something. I embrace reality. My biggest thing is that, to put it as nice as possible, when you got morons like this who are getting mad about our logo, not the clips, not even the highlights, not even the final score, the logo. Bruh, I'm gonna put it as nice as I can. This is about that time where you should basically take your tampon and just twist it just a little bit further up your brown eye if you are that mad about that. And again, if I'm your daddy, I apologize because good God Almighty, tequila was involved. That's the best way I can honestly say on it. But this ain't completely about him. But
is that Terramana?
It kind of is.
Because That is not the logo. They were the Washington Redskins back then, and yet Fox, for some reason, refused to show the logo. They did not show the Washington Redskins logo, even though that was the logo they used back then, and even though that was the name of the team back then. It was a completely different logo from basically a completely different team that they showed that did not exist back then.
Yet, here's where his argument fails. You see the video clip right behind him. What do those jerseys look like there, Reese?
And for the Washingtons, yeah.
I'm seeing Washington skins back there. I'm seeing the old school jerseys. I'm seeing the old school helmets. But his biggest gripe is that if you're going to show an old school clip, go basically make it all old school. I guess that would mean that all the times they sat here and showed the Broncos, the Patriots, the Rams, hell, let's be honest, the Buccaneers, they should show them as the originals, not as the logos they are now. Bruh, there are people that are younger than you and probably smarter than you that actually sit here and go through this madness, but you took it upon yourself to get salty as hell. You just completely blew apart the fact that that's Washington Commanders team with its rookie quarterback and its rookie head coach just literally punched their ticket to an NFC Championship game, and you decide to go after the lowest hanging fruit like the testicle that you are. And you wonder why you got put on my radar. It's because of BS like this.
Yeah.
I
would say that. I would say one thing in defense. By the way, that you brought that up. That would be the one reason I would actually want to see the Commanders win this game Sunday, is because first ever rookie quarterback. Actually, we're going to have history one way or the other.
Yep.
Because either Jayden Daniels is going to be the first rookie quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl, or that Jalen Hurts will be the first quarterback in 18 tries to actually return to a Super Bowl after losing his original one.
Of course. But here's like another thing, and I kind of want to put this one as good as I can while we're getting ready to wrap all this madness up. I want Washington to win for 3 reasons. Because number one, it will piss off every Cowboys fan I know. And I know a lot because.
Oh, actually, either result will piss off either Cowboys fan, but there we go.
Yeah, this is true. But Washington making it over Philly would probably make it worse. No, we do not agree with that one. I'll be honest. You in the same breath, you can't sit here and say that Brock Purdy was the reason why the Niners failed, and then say that he was better than Jayden Daniels. No, just putting it out there, bud. No, not going to go there.
All right, number 2.
Secondly, I want Washington to win this game because of the fact that sports karma. Simplest thing. There's no nice way of putting it. When it comes to the Eagles, they deserve to get a little sports karma. The fans got sports karma when, put this nicely, when Nick Sirianni went on that tear, on that streak, just to sit here and rub those fire Nick chants and shove them back down your throats, because we ain't heard those since that game against Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, unless maybe you're in the NFC East meeting, but other than that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, unless you're basically in Scooter Magruder's nice realm of reality, that's a whole different story. That's neither here nor there. But then the third one, and this is probably the most important one, because maybe I just want to be that kind of asshole that just does not want to see Philly succeed. I want Saquon Barkley to suffer as much as Derrick Henry is going to have to suffer. I want to basically these two are literally sitting here chilling on the couch together, watching the Super Bowl, that nobody saw coming. Basically, the Chiefs and the Commanders, and on top of that, I want Josh Allen to join them because, as I said before, Josh Allen is the dollar store Michael Vick, and Patrick Mahomes is a wish version of Michael Vick. I'm not going to let that mess go because it's just that right there, OT.
Yeah.
Would be facts.
All right. Hey, I got to pause you right there.
What?
Mahomes is a wish version of Michael Vick.
A little
Like, really,
tougher, but a little tougher. But here's the thing: how many times do you see Michael Vick stand back there and take a sack?
Not too often. Oh,
what the hell? Whoa, hold up.
What?
I just about a monologue. Who put us on a countdown? I did not put us on a countdown. Folks, if you were still catching us, I apologize. But apparently, we got put on a countdown.
Yeah.
And I want that person to step up to the plate come tomorrow. Because I'm going to get those in. I don't even know if we're still in the air right now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, we are. We're about to go. Yeah.
Oh, are we about to go?
Yep.
Oh, well, let me say whoever sat here and put us on that countdown. Right here, buddy. In fact, I'll give you 2. Since apparently I just saw this. I'm literally not even paying attention to this damn thing. Reese, you're calling basically Bills and Commanders?
No, say Eagles. Nah, that was Don Juan's pick.
So Don Juan's doing Bills and Commanders. You're doing
Eagles and Chiefs.
Eagles and Chiefs. I'm gonna go with Chiefs and Commanders. Just for the fun of it. Just because I can.
Presidential Bowl. You
came here with did he just say here?
Yeah. End the show now before.
You know what? No. He just said he came here with ball knowledge. This is what the man just said. Bruh, I swear to everything that is holy, I am going to find you on whatever social platform we have to, just so that way I can actually have some fun with this, because this is going to be fun. John is actually going with Buffalo and Washington. I'm sorry. Yes, I know they're basically telling us to wrap it up. Wrap right here. Because honestly, I'm kind of liking this jersey, even though I don't have shoulder pads on, folks. This is actually how the jersey looks. But Reese, you missed this part. He said this as well.
Yeah.
49ers and Raiders in the Super Bowl that year.
Now saying that's the perfect reason to wrap it up.
I thought I was a drunk one, but apparently I'm not. I'm not the drunk one. So we can go sit here and see that ball, run with it. Oh, on behalf of Angelo Rockins, Don Juan, this has been Captain Sports. Thanks for joining us for the aftermath. We will see you after everything is all said and done, after the show's all over, after the championship has been finished, and even after everything has been completed. You're going to sit here and have some fun. But we just go enjoy ourselves. Rock and Reese, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining.
Take care, Capitans. I had us the family best. Later.
I'll do it for you. Good. I'm going to bid you all adieu. Goodbye. And good night.
Wolf.
I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
And if you don't, you are going to get your fucking head kicked in!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Yeah, what's goody? Flow state, I'm at home writing rhymes in my hoodie. Yeah, fully in the game, I ain't really trying to play with you rookies. Like I don't need no one, solo in this bitch, I've been moving at light speed. It's a shame everybody in the game wanna hate, but there ain't nobody like me. Hey, cause I'm a hooligan shooting and never rooted in independence, defending anyone who is in the vicinity. Enemies are plenty, I'm set and ready, and me and take us the equivalent to a Jason and Freddy. Yeah, on the mic, I'm going to get another